Hey, what up guys and gals? Jesse here from Long Lost Robots. Today I just wanted to share with you how I get all my gear to talk to each other, how I just have my setup going, because I know we all love to talk about gear and watch gear, and I thought it would just be a good time to share with you why I have my interface, why I have my patch bay, my mixer, and everything kind of just set up the way I do. I do get comments asking about, what this is, the MPC, about what piece of gear I'm using, what drum I'm using, and this isn't going to be a full video on my full studio. I'll do that again, like a studio tour, but right now I just want to show you my little songwriting area. This area right here is just for songwriting or fooling around at that point if I want, but it's just for songwriting, right? The Dawless setup, guys. So first things first, let's just talk a little bit about the MPC-1. It is a DAW in a box, but is it a full-fledged DAW? In my opinion, no, it's not. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I'm telling you guys, this is not a full-fledged DAW. You cannot record the way you can in a DAW, full-on, 20-minute, hour-long, songs. You're not going to be doing like movie productions or anything like that in your MPC-1. Now, can you? Yes, you can. Is it going to be hard? Yes, it is. Just my opinion. Wanted to get that out. So my MPC is my main controller. Everything MIDI out goes into my MIDI through box, and I have an Erica Synths MIDI through box. It's an 8-channel MIDI through. It runs on power, so it has to have a little power just to send those signals out. That is the Model D. So everything here is controlled with my MPC-1. And I really like I do like the new arrangement and the update that they did with the MPC 3.0 or 3.01. It is pretty cool. I still kind of use it just the way I like to use it, and every one of these instruments, the MPCs or whatever, can be used the way you want to use them. This setup is the way I want it. Everybody's setup is going to be different. I'm sure there are going to be tons of similarities, but they are going to be different. So, controller, MIDI through box, sends a signal to all my instruments. There is the Model D. Here is the JU06. Let's go into notes. All dry, of course. We can do the DeepMind 12. All the effects are into the DeepMind 12. So as you can see, everything is here. Secondly, I can control everything from the MPC-1, right? But I have my old Korg synthesizer, the X50, as a controller as well. So this is sending MIDI information into the MPC, back out to my synthesizers, and the funny thing is I can use this as the sound modular as well. It is pretty cool because there's really cool pianos in this, and like digital pianos and just string sections and synth sounds. I mean, this synthesizer is like 20 years old. I still use it today. It's over 20 years old. I still use it. It's still a lot of fun. I wish I had another MIDI controller, but right now I got to be careful with my money. I just can't be spending money all on my studio and it not have a return besides fun and emotional return. So, having said all that, in my setup, I only have a couple little effects modules to help me with the songwriting process, because I think synthesizers need a little love. They need a little chorus, they need a little reverb, a little delay. So before I get into any more about my interface and my interface and what it's doing with my patch bay and how everything is going, on the songwriting aspect of it, that is the reason why I have my mixer here. I have had comments of people going, why do you have a mixer? So, JU06A is right with this red cord, okay? This is my JU06A right here. It is coming out of the patch bay, or coming in, so out of the JU06 into the back of the patch bay. Here it is coming out right into my mixer. That's the DeepMind 12. Let's try going to the JU06. So there's the JU06A, right? So what do we need to do? What can I do with this? Well, I can send my JU06A right out into the lower pedal, or into the lower pedal, and right out of the lower pedal. I have my daughter knocking on the door. Let's go see what she needs. Try explaining YouTube to a 4-year-old. All right, guys. So JU06A out into the lower pedal out into the mixer. Sit that on. Cool, really cool. This is a great way to get your effects really fast from one synth to another. The Model D, the Selena, and a few of the other ones I have over here, there's no effects in there. You need the love. And the lower pedal is just really fun and cool. I don't have a lot of pedals. They're very expensive, and I just think a little overrated for certain things. But I do enjoy the lower. It's really cool. If I had a lot more money, yeah, I'd have 10 of these things and it'd be no problem. But they're like $250 to $300 a piece, if not more for some of the other ones. Really cool. If I want, I'll come out of here. Let's go into the zoom. Out of the zoom. Really cool, really fun, really easy, right guys? So it's just a really great way of getting your synths to one place to another and then have them all come back to my mixer. And again, a lot of people have asked, why do I have a mixer? It's because I write with my PA system. I write real time like I'm in a band because that is the way I have almost always written. Of course, I've written a lot of songs on my own, but I've been in a lot of bands, and when you write with bands, you have to include everybody. It's not all about you. So, having said all that, let's get into the very quick intricacies of how I use my interface and why I always have it here. Another fun little thing about this little power guy right here. It's the old school lights, so let's put some lights on, see if it helps. I hope it doesn't ruin the video. So, JU06A, of course, all of my synthesizers, drum machines are hooked up the same way. JU06A, it's on channel 3 because here's input 1 and 2. So input 3 is in the back. Now, how do I get access to that? How do I have, what am I going to do? Start sticking my arm all the way in and try to plug in everything from the back? No. If you have one of these interfaces and I wish 1 and 2 were in the back at this point. If you have an interface where all of your inputs and outputs are in the back, you're going to need a patch bay. And that is why I use the patch bay, not only to run through, because like the lower pedal is straight through. So in is straight in and out is straight out. That is not how the JU06A and all of my other instruments, like right here, are set up. As the JU06A comes into the back of the patch bay and comes out, it is always running back into input 3. Okay? So as you can see, there's your input 3, getting louder and louder as I need it, right? I can unplug it, and there it is. There's no sound, right? Because it's not going into the camera right now. But you can see it's always connected. Why is that? It's because that patch bay, I believe I have it half through, and as it comes in, it's always sending that signal right back out. So it's going through and sending it to the interface at the same time, allowing my synthesizer to be hooked up to my mixer and to the interface at the same time. I mean, that's pretty damn cool. So what do I do with that? Well, if I wanted to record into the MPC-1, the JU06, I would set up my MIDI, press play, and it's going to send that right into the interface and right back into the MPC-1 because I can use my interface with the MPC. Really cool. And now as I'm building songs and I need to record a sound, you can only do one track at a time. Again, it's not a DAW. You can only do one track at a time. Please correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong right now, but record the synthesizer, real easy. Switch to a drum machine, record it right in here, real easy. I am not needing to plug things in and out. Now, with like channel 1 and 2, yeah, my Selena is not hooked up. So if I go over here to what, 4, I'm on 4. All right, there's my Selena, but the Selena's not hooked up, okay? If I want to record the Selena right now, let's go out. We're gonna go into 1. There's the Selena right there, okay? Now, you're not hearing it because it's not hooked up to the mixer. It's set for the MPC. And now it's going through the interface. You're hearing the output of the interface going into the mixer, which is the output of the MPC, right? Really cool. Again, controller, controller. This allows me to play in a much more natural feel. This allows me to use progressions and notes and all that in ways that I wouldn't know, like chord progressions and chords that I wouldn't know. So really cool way. So anyways, getting back to it, really cool way of learning the piano is through the chord progressions here. So again, it's just a really cool way for me to have access to all my synths, have them easily be recorded into not only the MPC1, back into the MPC1 so I can jam along, and let's say I get a sound on the JU06 and I save it. That's fine, I can save it. But at some point, I need to record that into the MPC. That way I can just turn it on really quick. I don't need any of my synthesizers on. I can pick up a guitar, bass, microphone, and just start singing and playing, right? And playing in a live fashion. Just for fun, because I'm not on stage or anything like that. Maybe that'll change this year. That's very possible. So, guys, what does this all lead to? It also leads to just unplugging the Scarlett, the 18920, and just plugging it into my DAW, and now I can record all 8 tracks at once, if not more actually, because I have another interface to my DAW. So I can record 10 tracks at once. 8 inputs here, 2 inputs over there, bam, I got 10 inputs right into my DAW. Everything is written here. Press play in my DAW, connect it to my MPC1, it gets recorded right back into the DAW. Now I just did a video on that. It's not doing very well. Go check it out. It's how I record my hardware, right? So really cool. That's it, guys. Selena, into the lore. Let's have some fun. Let's go out. We'll throw that lore in here. The lore pedal is a very high quality pedal, I will admit. Let's have fun. Let's push this thing. Really cool, guys. So, and this is just the way I'm doing things, guys. So I can recap really quick. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share this video. Again, MPC is my main Dawless controller. It is a DAW in some ways. In many ways, it is a DAW. So when people say Dawless, I mean, it's not really Dawless. But here's my controller. Here are my instruments. All of my instruments go into the patch bay. The patch bay is always sending a signal to the interface. And of course, I run my instruments into the mixer so I can play live, record live, write live. I'm writing in a real-time instrument way. Microphone's always hooked up. Got bass and amps over, bass and guitar amps over here to the side. Can't see them right now. So I'll do a full tour, studio tour here very soon. But I just wanted to show you guys my little setup here. It's a really fun way of writing. Keep working hard, guys. Get what you can. Streamline your process, your songwriting process for sure, because that's the most important thing, is the song, the song, the song. My name is Jesse. I hope you are making some beautiful music. Take care.